Man, Rob, is it recording or?
It should be.
I think, right? It looks like it might be recording.
I'm not too sure. Oh, I think. Wait,
yeah, guys, it's on.
Yeah, go.
Hello and welcome to episode 31 and a half of Rigor Mortis Paranormal. I'm David, this is Robert, Jasmine, Kory, and Ian.
Hello.
What's up?
Been a little while. We're trying to figure out how to work this computer.
Forgot how to say hi.
And anyway, it's been a while. 4 months. We're kind of just going to say hello here, and we're going to have a full episode coming up. The next one should be really quickly, I think, after this. We're just going to do one story tonight. It was submitted to us by a gentleman by the name of Andrew Dexter.
I'm sorry, go ahead, fellas.
You need another beer?
The name of the story is Ghost of Gladstone Villa from South
Wales. Easy for you to say.
From South Wales, UK. Andrew Dexter sent that in. But anyway, before we get started with the story, go ahead, Rob. You got something to say? Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
I looked at you a blank. I should have a mouthful to say, man. We've been up for you. Actually, yeah, I do, man, because that is an awesome story that we're getting.
Wait, we're podcasting right now, right?
Yes.
Put your bubble tea down and get with the times.
Bubble tea.
You would do
right. I'm sorry. It's so good.
We're sorry we've been so long in coming back, but we're back, and hopefully we're going to have them coming. How many times have we said that?
Yeah, we're back.
Why we say hopefully.
Yeah. Well, no, we got our music guy, Nathan, our brother Nathan, who does the music. He's going to be starting to edit these.
See, even Nathan's sick of our shit. He's like, I'll help you.
He's like, I'll edit it for you.
Yeah, he was waiting to.
I'll get it out before next year.
Yeah, he's like, who's blaming me, dude? He's like, is it because you're obese? All you have to do is talk. It's not because of that.
Put down the food, pick up the laptop.
Yeah, it's glandular. You don't understand.
Glandular.
What? I can't control it.
The doctor said it's a real problem.
Yeah, it's a real problem, man. I mean,
medical condition.
You think I asked?
You're like, yeah, look at the size of your fingers, man. I had to get those dial phones for those elderly to see, but it's just so the tip of my hoof could. Clack, 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 clack.
3 buttons at once? Or what?
Yeah, what are you spelling here, man? You spell like the way you talk.
It's not even hunting peck, it's hunting pound.
He's not drunk, he's just fat.
So we had to order a special keyboard here. So.
That's why we can't figure out the laptop.
It's like the computers from that movie War Game, the cheap ones. They're like the size of a room. It's got a theater, a screen and stuff. My glaucoma's acting up too, man. Big fucking letters, man. We're hoping to get more stories from you fellas, man. That's actually, that would be awesome to get.
Yeah, what's that phone number, Rob?
That phone number is, if y'all want to call, it's 210-901-8666. And remember, folks, that's a 3-minute call. And make sure that if your call does exceed over 3 minutes, that you do call back and say, hey, this is part 2 of so-and-so story. We'd love to have those. And if not, y'all are shy type, what's that website, Dave?
rigormortisparanormal.com. You can actually just email your story to rigormortisparanormal@gmail.com, or of course you can visit our website and just go to submit a story. You can send it that way, or again call it in. But yeah, we'd love to hear you guys' story. And also thanks for you guys that hung in there and kept bugging us for more stories and stuff. And the guys that been everybody's been faithful listeners. Man, Gabe effing Long from
awesome, yeah. Guys,
Instagram. Man, guy is way cool. Been great following
part
us.
Of the family. I love his website, and I don't know why I've been looking for an AK-47. Now I know where to go.
Need an AK-47? Yeah. Check out Gabe effing Long. Need a knife, a hunting knife, or just.
Dude, he's got knives on there? Well, I gotta check that out.
Man, nice. He's got all kinds of knives.
Diet pills, yeah.
Really?
No. We've got a lot of people. We got them on Facebook. asking when we're coming back, and we're sorry about that. I mean, hopefully we'll be back a little bit. We've been just really busy, all of us. Also, I gotta apologize to.
You gotta apologize.
I don't have that. I think you have it written down. There's a person.
To his and hers.
Yeah, it's just because I called him a him, and it was not actually a him. It was a her.
It was a her.
Okay, but man, I don't want to fuck this up because I did. It's HISMRSV 0629. I'm pronouncing it his Miss V.
His Mrs. V.
Oh, his Mrs. V. Okay. 0629.
So it's probably like a month and day, I guess. 629.
Okay, well, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
I understand that. But like, yeah. It's
Ooh,
the
is
last
that
number of
y'all's
Social
pin to
Security or
y'all's
something.
credit card?
Yeah, it's a social
Right?
security number.
No, but I called her.
come on.
I was calling her. Okay, she was like, "Hey, come on, guys, y'all gotta bust one out already." And I'm like, "Brother and sir," and she was like, she didn't respond back after my apology. So I said, "God, she's probably really pissed." So I'm sorry about that. And
It's your fault we're losing fucking
no,
Patreon people too.
She might have subscribed. Yeah, she's probably not hearing this anyway.
We went from 1 subscriber to 0.
So my apologies, but thank y'all still for hanging in there, man. Shit. I mean, we still
And people are still submitting the stories, but they're just like, yeah, when are you gonna put them on air?
Like, I submitted that thing like a year ago with the shit. Yeah, well, we've been busy.
But with Nathan doing the editing now, I think hopefully we can start getting a little
Way quicker turnaround.
quicker turnaround because he's not as lazy as Robert and myself. So
And I don't know nothing about computers.
Even taking a bath, man, I just kind of just.
Half-ass it or what?
I do it now.
You let the water hit your body?
Yeah.
You hit the water, do the job.
Yeah, get the
Call
nozzles, get to work, man.
that's like getting back to this, man. It's like getting out of the that fresh feeling when you get out of the shower after
Shit,
after
man,
you
yeah,
have
it is. It was. It's
That's what it feels like right now.
It was, so man, it was awesome to come back and just to say these little words. And then, man, even to be with you fellas too back, man. Awesome. Ian, damn. Ian's looking skinnier, ain't he? Damn, that's
looking
what
good.
I'm talking
I
about.
do what?
Huh?
You losing some weight there, man, when you came
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Like, look at Ian. Boy.
He is.
That's gave up salt, so that's helping. That's
There you
helping.
go.
So you just gave up eating.
Somebody said my
I know you and your
ankles were
salt.
swollen, and I was like, well, why are my ankles swollen? I
Babe,
don't
they
know.
said you had buffalo ankles.
And they said, is it because you eat salt? And I'm like, well,
Who don't eat salt?
I don't. Yeah, I don't not
Except
eat
Ian,
salt.
though. I mean, but like, I can't eat anything without salt. I'm serious, man.
Well, if you want fit angles, just take salt out of your food.
Yeah, so I want to
Take
see
salt out
those
of your
fucking
diet.
ankles later, Ian. Why are you covering them with those
Ankle
freaking ankles
socks.
on?
Here, is that better?
Look at that, boy.
my ankles just say diabetes. That's what my ankles say.
Yeah, mine too.
Apparently, right?
Get some diabetes
Yeah, I
socks.
need to buy some diabetes socks. Need diabetes socks?
I got the diabetic side. That's a true thing.
What?
I'm always laughing, but I'm
Oh, you see them at the flea market,
I'm
man.
gonna be like quiet, man. Next time, what's wrong? My diabetic side.
Can you put a Nike sign on my diabetic sock?
Do
Can I
it to
bring it
yourself,
up?
right?
What was
Checks
it?
backwards and upside down.
Are they prescribed?
professionals.
So
At the counter?
fucking mad.
What, those ankle socks?
sock-
man?
diabetic
You can get those,
socks?
or diabetic socks. Yeah, you can get those at the flea market. That's what I was saying. I see them over there. They got these bundles, 6 for $5.
Oh, man, that's cheaper than my size.
they're
I'm more than laughing, man, but I got the same problem. Like I went to a yard sale today. I was indoors. It was cool, man.
Was it an estate? Is it
It was-
estate
it was
sale?
at no, it was kind of cool, but the thing is like they didn't really have. You had to pay $1 to get in, which isn't bad. But like I was going through and it was like A1 and bullshit like that. Anyway, that wasn't where I was going with this. There's this big dude, man. He was wearing like Bermudas and he had like a rowdy, like a white vela, I guess. Those big shirts,
yeah.
but it was huge, man. It was bigger than the shit that I wear. And the only thing I could look at was his calves. And
Were they nice?
Check his calves
his calves were like the size of my upper thigh, man, because he was a big dude. But
Probably
he was
played
short.
tennis.
No. He's a fit.
He wasn't fit?
No.
Oh, I missed that part.
Who do you play tennis with, Ian?
No, this guy I knew in
Yeah,
high
that's
school.
a big-
He has
his-
some nice ankles.
Huh?
He has some nice ankles.
No,
Yeah.
his like
Oh,
his
calves?
like calves were like the size of my thighs. Like they were
Really? Look at
huge.
sit down. Look at those, man.
Well, it's always just because I knew that one guy. Right?
Long little waist.
trying
They
to
do a lot of
remember
leg lifts. Tennis, I never played. Leg lifts, yeah. But no, the thing about that, where I was going with that, he had the big chamorro or his calf. But dude, it's fucked up because like he couldn't find the proper socks, man. They're built for regulars, right? I say regulars because I got this.
The diabetic socks?
No, he wasn't wearing. He was wearing socks, regular socks, but he he's old school, so he's pulling them up, and it goes like halfway to his calf. But man, I'm not kidding, man. That shit was tight on top, so it looked like an hourglass.
Oh, dang.
Now, you know what I'm
Fucking
talking about?
corset.
Too, like where he like where
A calf corset.
Calf. I'm trying to make my chamorro smaller, his calf smaller. But yeah, he had that going on, and I felt bad, dude, because I was looking at him. It kind of reminded me of me, but it wasn't as bad.
You better get your shit together.
Where you buy your socks at? Because I need that size right now.
Moral of the story: if you play a lot of tennis, go look into some calf corsets.
Make them look sexy.
We're back, as you can see,
And,
as you can hear.
we're gonna pump this one out real quick for y'all, and it'll probably be just a half bonus episode right here.
Ghost of Gladstone Villa.
What do you say? We listen to that story.
Check it out.
God, I'm sweating from laughing so much.
Shit, at
Makes
least he's
sense.
sweating from laughing. I'm sweating just sitting here.
Sweating from sitting.
Okay, this next story comes from Andrew Dexter from South Wales, UK. In a mining town of Bargold, southwest UK, a haunted property called Gladstone Villa, built in the early 1900s and named after early British Prime Minister William Gladstone. The reports of a haunting came from a man named Andrew Dexter, whose family lived on the property from 1968 to 1978. It was when he was here, him and his family was involved in several hauntings. It was after 1969, when Andrew was born, when his mom started hearing someone running in the attic, jumping out of the attic. When the family would investigate the noise, the attic hatch would be open, but no one there. Soon after, the haunted activity would occupy itself in the main bedroom. The family would hear footsteps coming from the bedroom. Their grandfather would go up to investigate, but there was no one there. The family experienced lights turning on and off. They contacted a medium to investigate the haunting. The medium tried to make contact with the spirit. He asked the spirit to knock on the ceiling to acknowledge his presence, and like clockwork, there was a knock response. A priest was called in to bless the home. The hauntings were quiet for several months, but the hauntings returned and were worse. It started with full body apparitions appearing. Andrew's mom started seeing an apparition of an elderly gentleman in the main bedroom. His grandfather had a bottle thrown at him in the same room that barely missed him. Andrew himself witnessed electrical cables being pulled from the wall. The hauntings got so bad that the family started staying downstairs in the living room. Only the grandfather would continue to sleep in the main bedroom. Bill woke up one night hearing something creaking on the floorboards. Then he felt frozen and couldn't move at all. More things started happening, and the family named the ghost Johnny. Both grandparents started hearing a baby crying. Andrew's family eventually moved. The house was transformed into the Reds Park Hotel. Andrew went back to visit the hotel, and the staff told him of hauntings going on still to this day. Andrew did research on the Gladstone Villa. A newly married couple had lived there in 1924. The Kemet family had a son, Alvin. He died 4 months after being born, which may explain the baby's cries. There was a monastery close by the Gladstone, which is said to have the hide of a priest sealed up in the walls, which is called the Rafa Club now, which explains the sighting of the elderly gentleman ghost. Not bad. That's
Yeah,
pretty
not
good.
bad. All right, little Q&A, Jess. No, I'm just kidding.
Ready?
A little test for you. Let's see how much you listen.
I wonder what kind of bottle they threw at the grandfather. Was that a beer bottle or?
I mean,
You know what? If it was a Jaeger bottle, stabs the chance.
I
He would have caught it with
had-
one hand. It's like, oh,
I've had projectile Jaeger bottles actually thrown at me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know,
It was me. I did it. And as soon as that Jaeger bottle left my hand, I was like, I made a mistake. I thought she was going to kill him.
Had a rubber
Luckily,
band
I
tattoo,
watched-
came back.
luckily, I watched a lot of Steven Seagal and Chuck Norris with my dad when I was younger and dodged that shit. But apparently, she purposely missed me, but
Yeah, but I was drunk, so. So.
I don't know, man. He said it barely missed him too, that bottle too.
Yeah.
So he had a
So it was
little bit
me.
of Kory skills with him too, man.
It was me throwing that bottle.
Right?
That they actually brought in what was it, the mediums, and they asked them to make a sign of his presence. So I don't know. The mediums, man, I don't know. I don't know how y'all feel about mediums.
I've never dealt with one, so I don't know.
Who?
I've never dealt with one.
But I thought you said your dad was one.
No.
Yeah, my dad won.
I'd say I'm an open-minded skeptic.
I think there are some. I mean, obviously. I mean, there has to be some real ones, right?
You know why I think? Because like when I first started researching that, way
There's
back when I was a
afterlife.
kid,
What makes it, you know?
yeah, or who has those powers to see stuff like that. I guess that could be real. But like when I started reading the paranormal books and stuff like that, they had like the Fox sisters and all those people who would do that bullshit. Like they would make money, profit off of.
Patricia Arquette?
Did she do that?
No, she's starting in the show Medium.
Patricia
She had a
Arquette.
show.
Cool.
Dang, my mom watched that. What?
That's easy for me. What are you thinking of? Can you tell me what I'm thinking of, food? Oh, goddamn.
Genius.
You son of a bitch, get out of my mind.
Food and beer.
I feel like if we do this and we're open to the idea of ghosts, and I don't know
I
what's
understand
keeping
how can
us
you-
from not thinking
That's what I'm
that
saying.
people
How
are
can
able
you
to talk
think
to them.
one thing is and one thing's not, right?
Yeah, like
Okay, but how many? This is why, because you see, seriously, the bullshit you see on TV, like
Yeah.
okay, Dave, the stuff we were talking about, the guy with the earring, and
Oh,
like,
God.
or the guy that like, it is easy to fake, but
Yeah.
who do you trust that who does have that power, who doesn't? Now I know what you're saying, I do believe that, but
Well,
like,
that's part of the problem is that there's so much fake, crap out there. The guy with the earring again, man, especially him. I mean, but
actually, this one they acknowledged at least. He said he felt the presence. He said, knock, they knock. So I mean, obviously, that worked out for them. I'm not saying everybody in general, but it's such a big
Right.
field that you have to deal with a lot of people who they're putting their trust in you, and they're. I guess I'm venting. That's what I'm doing. That's
no,
just-
yeah,
Right,
but
no,
so at the
right.
same time, like, don't be so naive. Like, if you're, I guess if
Well,
you're
this
going
will-
that far, then you are looking for any answer.
Yeah,
and
okay.
you're
Let's say
open to
you
any
have
answer.
a missing child, which is the worst thing. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
let's just say you don't know what
Oh,
happened.
You're looking for
Yeah.
answers,
And then
yeah.
somebody came and they're charging you on
Yeah.
top of
And
that.
they
Now, I'm not saying a
bullshit
lot of
you.
people do that, but they had this one lady. I was actually looking at that yesterday. This is why this spawned from this, because they were asking her. This girl's been missing, and they have a picture of this girl, and she's been missing, and a guy took it to her to the medium, and she's looking at it. She goes, "Well, my fee's like $400. $400.
wow, man,
come on.
Jeez.
$400 in." Not lying.
Guess
So
I'm
she's
losing my
looking
car.
at the kid, and she's like, "I can tell you right now, it's not good news. I feel like she's deceased. I feel like it happened at this time, and she was raped on top of that.
Oh, God.
On rape.
Like,
And
hold
so-
back some information.
Okay, so she's saying
They're
all
already
this.
dead.
Okay, but the anchor. Okay, mind you, this is a news story running this. So the anchor lady is the one who said that picture is me when I was a kid.
Oh.
So she didn't tell her that though. She's
Yeah.
like, so she goes, and they have her on the show. They have her because a guy actually,
wow.
he paid the fee, and he's like sad. He walks out. He was more like he was with the news team also. He was along because they were trying to crack down
okay.
on these guys.
Yeah.
So they came. She came to the whatchamacallit, to the studio, and they're doing a piece on her. And then she's saying like, well, what? How do you know these things? What gave you that power? How do you know these? I'm curious on how do you feel these things? And she's like, well, we had this one. As a matter of fact, yesterday she started talking about that case, and I had to break it to him that, and I can pinpoint where they're at. How much even went that far?
Oh,
And
man.
then she said, so the lady pulls out the picture. She goes, oh my God, that's her. That's the one. And she goes, I hate to tell you this, but this is a picture of me when I was a kid. Oh, really? She goes like that. She goes, yes, it is. She goes, and I'm very much alive. And she's like, oh, okay. And she's like, you know, like she was like, stupid. Y'all have a very lovely day. And she walks out, $400 richer, man.
Oh,
But
man.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I can't, and I hate that because we probably have listeners now. We probably don't, but we probably do. If we do, that have.
Who are you talking to?
Well, the mediums. That's what I'm saying is that they do feel like they have that power, and God bless you. If you do feel like you have that power, more power to you. But like, if you do and you feel like and if you have done things like these, just don't go that route.
Well, I would say maybe.
Don't be an asshole. That's what we're saying.
And then also maybe it'd be more ethical to say like, charge only if the information is useful.
Yeah,
if
it's
you're able to
useful.
find.
Yeah, don't give me
But
this
that's
upfront
hard.
bullshit.
That's
That
hard
is
to
hard.
do. But I would feel like if your kid's dead, what information am I giving you?
Not only that though, man. She didn't know. Like, what if this was a true guy looking for us? Like, not only if your daughter.
I mean, if you're charging,
but
you're
she's
just
raped,
doing
too.
it as a business. And
But I see what you're getting. Like,
Yeah,
if someone
if
needs
you
information from
feel
me and I can do that, I'm
strongly
gonna let them
about
do
it,
It's not hurting
like
me.
that they're really alive or they're really dead, or but not just don't fucking go with whatever.
Yeah, you know, and just because because like, I don't know. To me, that was anyway. I went way off on this.
Back to
Yeah,
your
back to-
story.
And then there's another thing too, and I've heard of this where maybe that whatever's haunting that place is a little bit more stronger than they think. And I hate to say this, I'm not meaning anything by it either. They had a priest.
Do you
go
play
by.
tennis?
Yeah. No, the priest went by and he blessed the house, and it went away for a while. But it must be something that strong that it came back. What made it? I mean, is it the history that's around? Is it, how do we say, the residuals that go back?
Right.
They
But
just
do
can't
you
get rid of them
remember-
'cause it's so many years?
You remember when we were talking to Joanne Rivera when she was saying there's a lot of water, like rivers around? Or there's just like, what is it? she
Rivers
saying?
and limestone.
Yeah, like things that would
Yeah,
cause like
And
Strength.
that might be both because like it is.
things
by-
strong in that area.
Well, and then too, like, but see, they kind of mentioned something like the hauntings didn't actually start till.
Oh wait, was it just one
1969.
person?
Yeah, they're the ones who saw it. That place was built in 1900s. That's what he said. And then they had the incident where they were saying,
1960s.
what were they? The was it the yeah you but
1960s.
yeah okay. And what was it the commits or what was it commits yeah. Okay, so that's what I didn't understand. So they were in 1924. That's when they had the Kimmiets were. I don't know if they, because if it was built in 1964 and in 1924 they're having the haunting. Was it just in the surrounding areas, like the way they're having from the monastery?
Well, remember also he did mention about the 1600s because he was saying about a monk being there. Remember they said the
Yeah, by the monastery. Okay, but like that's what I'm wondering is like, and I, you know what, and this just shows how much I suck because I didn't get that research.
I think
down
all of
yet.
us.
You do suck.
Yeah,
And
because
I
all
want to
of
know
us-
how many ghosts was hunting him.
right?
Was it just one ghost or was it a lot?
Because you had the
That's
elderly
a question.
I mean, they only had
Crying
they
child.
only named one ghost.
Okay.
Right.
No, they had two because remember
I mean, they only
crybaby.
like officially
Crybaby.
gave a name to one ghost.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Johnny.
Oh, but there was multiple.
Who's Johnny?
There was multiple. Okay.
I mean, it could have been one just taking multiple forms on,
One with like multiple personalities.
Like
or multiple personality, a demon or something shapeshift, like not shapeshifting, but you know.
You know, like one tennis player, one basketball player.
The double sports. Bo Jackson. Yeah. Now it was a hotel. What was it? The Reds Park Hotel, and then now it's what was it? La Raza.
Rafa.
The Rafa Club. There you go.
Yeah.
Now,
So it's more like on those grounds it's haunted?
I guess
Or?
because they said something about hides being sealed up or something like
In
that.
the walls.
Yeah,
Hide
was it in
of
the
a monk.
Is it in the walls? Is it
I don't
something
know.
that they have like?
I
in
think
the
it's
safe?
just somewhere
Like in the
there is what
fucking
he made it
soil?
sound like,
Oh,
but
wait,
it's locked up,
it
so you
is on
can't-
the walls.
Well, I'm
Well, he
not
said it
too
was
sure.
locked up in there, so but I think you can't go in there. Is what he made it sound like.
Okay, now
Ooh,
this is my
that's
thing too.
cool.
What the hell is a hide? I know, like if you got
Your
cow
skin?
hide,
Is it a
that's
hide?
what I'm thinking.
Your skin?
Is it a portion? Is it in?
Maybe it's
A
an
skin
English
or-
way
Them-
of saying
yeah.
something. I don't know. It could be.
Let's see.
Like fish and chips, like
Yeah,
it might
fish
be
and
like
chips,
a
yeah.
different.
Yeah, man, I ordered fish
I mean, I'm
and chips.
assuming
I'm
it's
like,
like,
"Where are my
yeah."
chips? These are fries. What the shit's going on, right?
I think it's like your skin, right? Like
That's what I was thinking.
That's
like
what I
the
think
skin.
because a hide of a
Says-
cow is like.
Yeah,
Japanese
exactly.
musician.
Watch it be something
What?
completely different.
HIDE. You're looking up HYDE. It's HIDE.
Oh, it says Japanese musician. Okay.
It's a Japanese musician.
So there's a Japanese musician locked up.
Someone's a Japanese man.
Did we just discover something?
Well, I guess bottom line, it was a great story.
It was. It made me
Well,
think.
okay, I'm sorry. The other thing I wanted to say is, it was like a monastery, like there's
Nearby?
like a monk right nearby. What if there was a
Indian burial ground.
well, not Indian burial ground, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Burial ground.
Some sort of like a cemetery that was
Yeah.
that they built on top of or something.
Yeah, I mean that's very possible.
Did he say whose hide? Like it was just
No, well, that's what they think. It could have
priest
been
or
a monk.
a monk?
Is what they were thinking, but yeah, I don't know for sure. I mean,
Because you know, didn't they in some of the olden days have like cemeteries with like paired in
Yeah, with
the vicinity
church-
with churches and
yeah.
monasteries
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that? So
Yeah, that's true too. Because you have the cemeteries next to it, and that could be.
they might have built on top of one without knowing that it was there or not caring.
yeah.
Sometime in the past.
And then who's to know what happened in that whole vicinity? I mean, maybe like a crime was committed. Like you know, we just don't know. I mean, UK's got that rich history of
Yeah.
you know, just so many haunted places down there. It's awesome. Yeah, I wish I could be there one day. I would not come drunk. Well, you can be there one day. I wish I could go one day. That'd be nice. My bucket
We should
list.
all go.
Yeah, maybe Andrew will invite us out.
Right?
Maybe
Maybe not.
he hears this.
Yeah, it's like, let me know when you go.
Dude, like, can y'all take that down?
Exactly. Would you mind taking that episode down, or at least taking my story out?
Or don't say my name.
Yo, what's in my name? I actually showed all my friends. They're laughing at them. I'm sorry, Andrew. We're butchering this, but
We're
it
not
was
trying
awesome.
to.
It was
Yeah,
an
we
awesome
appreciate
story.
it, man.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
we hope that we get more from you. And thank you so much for submitting that story.
Again, guys, we'd love to hear from you guys. Man, keep in touch with us. We promise we're going to get back to you guys now. We're trying to get back into things. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook,
Patreon.
the Patreon. We'd love to have a little bit of money, beer money. We got enough money finally for a laptop, so that's good with the extra side. You know, they're large keys for hoofs.
The hoof keys. Look for that one.
It was
Yo,
$3 extra. The shirts.
But yeah, awesome being back.
Yeah, if you guys got any stories, what's that phone number, Rob?
That phone number again is 210-901-8666. And remember, folks, that is a 3-minute call. And if y'all go over 3 minutes, make sure y'all call back and just tell us in part 2 of whatever story you're telling us. And man, we would really, really love to have those. And if y'all are shy, Dave, what's that website?
It is rigormortisparanormal.com. That's RIGORMORTIS paranormal.com.
We're on the same sport.
And oh my god.
Tell it's been a while.
If you can call it in, we appreciate it. It means
Yeah.
none of us have to read it, and we suck at reading, so but we
my
will.
God.
We'll read it.
And we were discussing
get
this
so
earlier.
drunk.
Cryptic stories,
Yeah.
UFO stories,
UFO.
ghost stories, man, you know.
Even funny stories, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, whatever you got, man, we appreciate
Stories
it.
in general.
Just
Yeah.
let us know you're listening.
Yeah, you two people, maybe just one now.
Give us anything.
But anyway, we got we're gonna have some more stuff coming up pretty quickly. Hopefully, we got our full episode coming out.
Oh yeah, we're gonna put Nate's butt to work.
Yeah.
Nate's gonna be busy, man. But you know what though, man, he was willing, and God bless him and thank him so much,
Oh man, no
Yeah.
kidding.
I just hate to be back, man. And
Oh,
one
yeah.
thing I cannot wait to hear again is Ian's
Sobering
Sobering
thoughts.
I've got a grand total of 1 that I'm ready to share with you.
I would
guys.
want to
It's
hear it.
awesome, though. It takes work, man.
Oh,
It
yeah.
takes work.
Oh, yeah.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
For sure. I got you, Rob. I understood.
Anyway,
We're gonna be back and he's like, why do tennis players?
Big calves. Why did they have
It's gonna be a
delicious?
quiz on the next episode.
It's
So.
a phenomenon we all want to know.
tennis player.
I'm not fucking joking. I'm gonna Google that shit tonight.
Come on.
Badminton players' calves are pretty big.
Batman, yep.
We ain't
Yep,
talking about
Batman's
that
cool.
though.
Sorry.
Anyway, thanks
Yes,
again for
yes.
listening, guys. We are going to start typing our next episode right now, and because we got them big hoof prints, so it's gonna take a while. But anyway,
Sounds like I'm walking on the cobblestone.
You know, we should get you acrylic nails so you can.
That's something you could relate to, man. Yeah, back in the day, like those old, you know what I'm talking about? The Jack the Ripper movies when they have the.
yeah, the horse.
That's the way it sounds when I'm typing this here, bro. Look at that, then the horse and buggy that they're coming. You know, the guy with the top hat, he's got the ruffles. He jumps off the thing. I don't even know they do the same way that the Cowboys do it. Yeah! You know, when they do it like, carry on. That's what you hear. You know what I'm talking about. The cobblestone? It's like, yeah. There you go.
Cheerio.
I'm going to shut up already.
I know.
Cheerio.
When my dad closes his laptop, he goes, chip, chip, Cheerio. What the fuck is Cheerio?
Honey Nut
I like Cheerios, man. They're good for me, man. I put a shitload of sugar in them, though, man. You're not supposed to put that much sugar in the. They're supposed to be for your heart. Well, shit, they taste better with sugar.
That's like those. It's like those live cereals. Remember live? I mean,
I used to eat
This
those.
is good too.
They had the
They're
cinnamon
good.
one that was more sweet though.
Oh yeah, but you still gotta dump half a thing of sugar
the
in there.
corn checks,
But,
the rice checks,
oh, yeah.
those are good too, man.
love those.
I like them as snacks with a lot of salt and the. Oh shit! I'm getting all like, Mama, what's up?
Should have never brought up Cheerios.
Anyway, guys,
Thanks for listening.
thanks for listening,
Thanks
fellas.
for
Whoever's still sticking around.
Pour a bowl of Cheerios.
And he's like, fuck, I should have never gave those guys my stuff.
You're making a mockery of me.
Oh, man. Oh, guys, thank you so much, man. Andrew, thank you so much for that story. And
Thanks for listening, guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see ya.
bye.
Peace
Chip,
out.
Cheerio.
Wait, Rob, no, it's that button. No, that button.
Hold on.
Over there.
Wait, the green one.
This one. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, I gotta go again. 3, 2, 1. The haunting got so bad that the family started staring. I'm sorry. Damn it! Oh shit, man! Come on, Rob. 3, 2, 1. There was also a monastery next door. Aha! This was next door, right? It was close by. Shit! Okay. There was all 3, 2, 1. There was also a monastery next to. Motherfucker! I just said it wasn't. Okay. 3, 2, 1. There was also a monastery close by, the Gladstone, which is. I can't even read my own writing. There was a monastery next door again. God damn it, man! I've been drinking too much, man. Okay, or something. Okay, 3, 2, 1.